Hi, I'm Lori Brown. And out of all the podcasts, in all the towns, in all the world, you have walked in here. Welcome. Pondercast is powered by listeners. That's it. Just you. Through one-time donations at pondercast.ca and also with monthly donations through Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/pondercast, you can see how you can join us. We create this podcast to support you. And if you find it does, I hope you will think about supporting us. Here we go. Let's Pondercast. Heading into the bedrooms of the nation here, not to ponder about what you might be getting up to in there. Perhaps I'll save that for a later episode. No, I'm thinking about a different kind of relationship, although maybe not so different. One that is just as sensual, just as complex, perhaps the longest relationship you've ever had. And I'm talking about your lifelong affair with your bed. Who do you come home to every night? Who do you wake up with every morning? Yes, your bed. Something that you can let your guard down around. You tell your dreams to, share your fears, in sickness and in health. Hopefully, even in your poorest moment, you still have a bed. Sure, you've gone through rough patches together, when sleep wouldn't come, when pain or worry had you so riled the thought of another night in bed felt like torture. But mostly, the thought of your bed at the end of the day is bliss. Especially if your room is clean, if you made your bed in the morning, if you have clean sheets. Thoughts of bed and sleep and dreams and you run together like colors in a sunset. Bed is a reward, a reprieve, a return, and a departure. So let's go. Let's climb the wooden stairs. Let's head up. Let's turn in. Call it a night. Let's crash. Coming back home after a long trip and getting to sleep in your own bed finally, that really means something, doesn't it? Is it the familiarity of the mattress? That your body feels its sleep mate and can finally really relax? Or is it a safety thing? Knowing the room, the locks on the doors, the neighbors, the rhythm of nights in this place. At home, we awaken without that tiny thrum of surprise seeing the room we're in. Your bed is worn in with righteous exhaustion, forever worries, well-known partners. It carries the mistakes you've made, the decisions you've slept on. the secrets you hold close, all in this nest you have made for yourself. Getting home to sleep in your own bed is one of those stellar moments in our bed relationship. But the best one for me happens almost every night, because it's in bed that the ultimate, the most extreme form of daydreaming happens. You've fallen into bed, exquisitely tired, and it's almost like you are watching yourself fall asleep. You feel your body unwind, feel your weight pinned to the bed. Oh yeah, this is going to be one of those amazing sleeps where you wake up in the same position as you're in right now. It's those few precious moments where you are between awake and asleep. That's the place I'm talking about. When thoughts start to lift off, the conscious you loosens its hold and is joined by your subconscious, half dream, half real. Oh, that we could hold on to those intoxicating moments that carry us from one world to another. Eyes open at 4 a.m. I hear the infrequent swoosh of tires through rain. People on the road this early. Why? Is it a special day for them? They have a plane to catch? An early morning hospital test? So here comes that first lonely bus of the day. The empty glare of blue light in the dark as the bus slides by my window. Nobody on it. I lie here feeling the pull of anxiety. I really want to travel back in the other direction, back to sleep. But instead, I lie in bed, creating a list of daytime tasks ahead of me that involve people and crossed purposes and bureaucracies with yet to be revealed policies that will grind me to a halt. I'm truly surrendering any hope of sleep now. I'm starting to dream up new problems. Our minds know exactly how to design them so that they touch on all your weaknesses, all your sticking points. All aboard. It's the runaway train that takes you farther and farther from sleep. It's a train you have built yourself, one with no brakes, and every seat full of people you don't want to meet, all heading in a direction you don't want to go. I give up 5:10 a.m. I get up, shoved prematurely into a morning that already needs repairing. Sitting in the dark living room with a coffee, I give myself until sunrise to try and undo the night's damage and remake the day. In Nova Scotia, where my family is from, there is a long tradition of having a single bed in the kitchen. The big square kitchen with its table in the center for eating at, chopping vegetables, doing homework, playing cards and drinking. And over in the corner is that single bed, 3 pillows propped up against the wall. The old quilt with 100 colors covers it. And there's a little table beside it with the phone and a lamp. Phone rings, you get prone to have your conversation. I guess originally the idea for the kitchen bed was it was going to be a sick bed, to save the mother 1,000 trips up and down the stairs for a sick child or a sick parent. But actually, the kitchen is the best place for a bed because it's the warmest room in these old wooden houses. That's where the big wood stove is. And I wonder how many grandparents, long after the kids have gone away, abandoned their stairs and second-floor bedrooms when their knees got bad and just moved down to the kitchen. It makes sense because another fact about Nova Scotia kitchens is that the only bathroom is built right off the kitchen. Water pipes don't travel far in these old houses. But back to the kitchen bed. This has always seemed to me to be the pinnacle of luxury. As a kid, I've fallen asleep on it, surrounded by activity so many times, drifting off for a nap with the sound of carrots being peeled, sounds of the tap, the oven door, drawers opening and closing, dishes being washed in the sink. Not by me. Is there anything more comforting than hearing sounds of kitchen work that someone else is doing? To feel so comfortable as to be able to sleep in the middle of this hub of activity in the kitchen probably means you are among family. That small, single bed knows you need a nap. It gives you permission to sleep, accepts you as you are, and wants to keep you close. Once upon a time, a person could spend a few days in bed. It was something that they did. Take to bed. Mostly women, privileged women, would suddenly disappear from public and from family life. The word would come down, they are not receiving today. They have taken to bed, or mother is resting, or something like that. I'm thinking for women it was probably because of their period, but I can imagine 1,000 reasons for wanting to announce that I am not receiving today. Fight with a partner, sad, depressed, worn out, want a day off, just reading and napping, need a break from the kids, from the world. Come to think of it, I wonder if that practice of taking to bed was actually a form of feminist protest, refusing to do her woman's work, refusing to be the woman she was supposed to be. How many women lay in bed, wondering how many times they could get away with a day or 3 in bed before she would be threatened that the doctor would be called. And oh, the doctors saw it all and prescribed all kinds of drugs to get women on their feet and back to women's work. Back in the day when a woman who had a book in her hands instead of needlework was considered dangerous. But during COVID, I had a few of those days where I took to my bed. And what I learned? That my bedside table is not big enough for the cups, the bowls, the plates, the eyeglasses, the books, the notebooks, the phone, the charger, the lamp. Those days that I did crawl into bed didn't even feel like I had a choice, though. I had to take to bed. I couldn't do anything else. If I'd had little kids, wow, I guess I would have spent most of the day on the couch, children running to me instead of me running to them. In fact, I'm looking at my bed right now, and it's looking damn fine. It's a major piece of square footage in my apartment to remain unused for so many hours in the day. The shutters are still closed, and in the gloom of that end of the room, from where I sit by the window, my bed looks like it's still hours behind from where I am. It could still be very early in the morning over there. Covers crumpled and pushed back from an early exit. Pillows propped from my first half-upright look at the world. Now that my calendar is no longer full of canceled events, now that it's simply empty, every day is like a clean white sheet. I could go back. I could slip away into my bed's neutral territory for this blank day. No feet on the ground. I absolve myself from playing my part today. Not that anyone would notice. Never the warrior I wish I was, this day holds the allure of complete abdication. To bed down in a cocoon of white, to dream of another day and another you, that is the promise of bed.